Missed her voice, but I let it ring. No regrets, didn't feel a thing. Now I glide where the night don't cling. In a zone too cold to bring back. Chrome wheels on a marble street. She said come, but I don't repeat. Now I drift through silence on elite with a vibe too clear to compete. Late night text in a neon fade. She want truth, but I don't trade. Now I ride through ice, I self-made. In a frame too clean to invade. Velvet room with a cashmere scent. She said stay, but my time is spent. Now I flow through nights too elegant with a look too sharp to vent. No ID in a tinted view. She wasn't real, but I been withdrew. Now I scroll through moves she never knew with a tone too cold for two. Didn't answer, phone went dead. She won't talk, but I moved instead. Now I breathe when no one's spread. In a life too sharp for red. Didn't answer, silence stayed. All her light just turned to shade. Now I roam where the calls don't fade. In a dream too clean to trade. Didn't answer, phone went dead. She won't talk, but I moved instead. Now I breathe when no one's spread. In a life too sharp for red. Didn't answer, silence stayed. All her light just turned to shade. Now I roam where the calls don't fade. In a dream too clean to trade. Gold chain on a silent chest. She said wait, but I need no rest. Now I move through thoughts unexpressed. With a calm too numb to test. Private jet on the moonlight loop. She won't feel, but I broke the groove. Now I live through pain in a tailored suit. And a hush too luxe to compute. Velvet sins in a digital frame. She said more, but I won't reclaim. Now I scroll through silence I can't name. With a beat too pure for shame. No more signs in the midnight blur. She want love, but I don't concur. Now I ride through things that once were. In a space too smooth to stir. Told her done in a single breath. Now I float where the echoes rest. Every sound just passed the test. With a vibe too cold for death. Vibe didn't answer, phone went dead. She won't talk, but I moved instead. Now I breathe when no one spread. In a life too sharp for red. Didn't answer, silence stayed. All the light just turned to shade. Now I roam where the calls don't fade. In a dream too clean to trade. Ghost. No return when the night goes mute. She said real, but I lost that route. Now I ride where the stars come through. In a zone too cold to dispute. Didn't answer. Cold, still, black, phone lit up, but I let it slide. No more room where I used to hide. Now I float through nights too wide. In a dream where the heart don't guide. Frosted chain on a linen fit. She said talk, but I canceled it. Now I move through loops, I won't admit. With a tone too smooth to commit. Black sedan in a velvet zone. She want truth, but I ride alone. Now I scroll through things I've outgrown. With a silence too cold for tone. Private jet with the curtains drawn. She said real, but the spark was gone. Now I breathe through dust till dawn. In a space too sharp to spawn. No more light in the mirrored glass. She said wait, but I let it pass. Now I drift through time too fast. With a calm too pure to last. Go decline, didn't feel no way. She want love, but I showed up late. Now right through a distance state. In a life too cool to relate. Go decline, not mine to say. Every word just digs my grave. Now I move through what I crave. In a dream too numb, too old. Go decline, didn't feel no way. She want love, but I showed up late. Now right through a distance state. In a life too cool to relate. Go decline, not mine to say. Every word just digs my grave. Now I move through what I crave. In a dream too numb to behave. In a dream too numb to behave. Yeah. Diamond nights on a silent neck. She want truth, but I cut that check. Now I float through songs I never read. With a look too still for tech. Late night scene in a tinted blur. She said feel, but I won't concur. Now I ride where the doubts occur. With a soul too far to stir. Velvet room, just me and smoke. She won't talk, but I never spoke. Now I live through nights bespoke. In a zone too wide to choke. Text came through, but I won't reply. She said miss, but I won't lie. Now I scroll through a different sky. With a heart give it a try. Told her go in a softer tone. Now I stand where I walk alone. Every ring just cuts the bone with a vibe too cold to own. Called the client, didn't feel no way. She want love, but I showed up late. Now I ride through a distant state in a life too cool to relate. Called the client, not mine to say. Every word just takes my grave. Now I move through what I crave in a dream too numb to be it. Called the client, didn't feel no way. She want love, but I showed up late. Now I ride through a distant state in a life too cool to relate. Called the client, not mine to say. Every word just takes my grave. Now I move through what I crave in a dream too numb to be it. Turn on past that line. She said stay, but I don't align. Now I float through time that's mine, where the stars don't even shine. Didn't wait, I was on my lane. She said stay, but I felt that strain. Now I glide through golden pain in a life too far to explain. Private lounge with the lights turned low. She won't talk, but I move too slow. Now I scroll through sounds I used to know in a zone too clean to show. Midnight ring with a missed call fade. She said real, but I don't parade. Now I ride through ice, I self-made with a calm, two locks to trade. No reply in a tinted beam. She want love, but I chased a dream. Now I float through nights unseen with a soul too cold to redeem. Coded glance in the mirrored suite. She said come, but I hit delete. Now I breathe through motionless, discreet in a tone too dark for heat. Out the way, didn't stay too long. She want peace, but I've been too gone. Now I float through beats too strong in a dream where I don't belong. Out the way, I don't look back. Every step just leaves no track. Now I move through a faded black in a life too clean to crack. Yeah. Out the way, didn't stay too long. She want peace, but I've been too gone. Now I float through beats too strong in a dream where I don't belong. Out the way, I don't look back. Every step just leaves no track. Now I move through a faded black in a life too clean to crack. Yeah. In a life too clean to crack. Yeah. Life too clean to crack. Velvet seat in a platinum ride. She said feel, but I can't confide. Now I scroll through nights worldwide with a mind too still to hide. Champagne fog in a silent room. She want real, but I left too soon. Now I drift through cold monsoon and a vibe too smooth for doom. No address on the map I'm in. She said come, but I won't begin. Now I live through nights of sin with a tone too calm to win. Frosted phone in a leather bag. She won't talk, but I lost that tag. Now I roam with a silence drag in a lane too far to lag. Totally with a faded look. Now I ride through every book. Every line that time forsook with a heart that never shook. But out the way, didn't stay too long. She want peace, but I've been too gone. Now I flow through beats too strong in a dream where I don't belong. Out the way, didn't stay too long. She want peace, but I've been too gone. Now I flow through beats too strong in a dream where I don't belong. Out the way, I don't look back. Every step just leaves no track. Now I move through a faded black in a life too clean to crack. Ghost. In a life too clean to crack. Ghost. In a life too clean to crack. Told her once, never twice. She should stay, but I paid that price. Now I breathe through silent eyes in a world too cold, too precise. Gone. Out the way. Midnight clear. Heard a voice in the silver rain. Didn't pause, didn't feel no pain. Now I flow where there's no one's name. In a life too slick to tame. Velvet cold in a frostlit zone. She said call, but I'm too far gone. Now I ride with the lights unknown. In a vibe too rich to own. Diamond thoughts in a silent loop. She want truth, but I mute that group. Now I drift through dreams uncool with a tone too sharp to recoup. No echo in a phantom suite. She said stay, but I hit delete. Now I scroll through days on repeat in a space too cold for heat. Silk line on a marble floor. She want more, but I close that door. Now I move through noise I ignore with a calm too deep to restore. Didn't stay, left the midline. She want real, but I crossed that sign. Now I breathe through stars that shine in a world too numb for time. Didn't stay, didn't call back. Every truth turned white to black. Now I ride through faded tracks in a dream I won't unpack, yeah. Didn't stay, left the midline. She want real, but I crossed that sign. Now I breathe through stars that shine in a world too numb for time. Didn't stay, didn't call back. Every truth turned white to black. Now I ride through faded tracks in a dream I won't unpack, yeah. Gold chain with a tinted view. She won't touch, but I broke that cue. Now I move through nights askew with a face too calm for clue. No light in the voice she sends. She said come, but I break those bends. Now I scroll through means to ends in a life too cold for friends. Private loft with the curtains low. She won't feel, but I just said no. Now I flow through winter glow. It'll be too slow for show. Did a ring in a glass of dusk. She said stay, but I felt no trust. Now I roam through nights I must, and the sound too clean for us. Told her leave with no delay. Now I move through skies of gray. Every look just fades away in a dream too far to stay. But didn't stay, left her midline. She want real, but I crossed that sign. Now I breathe through stars that shine in a world too numb for time. Didn't stay, didn't call back. Every truth turned white to black. Now I ride through faded tracks in a dream I won't unpack. Ghost, no return, no space to try. She said why, but I won't reply. Now I drift through a silent sky where the past just walks on by. One more night. She stood still while I walked through air. No goodbye, just a frozen stare. Now I flow where the silence where. In a world where she left me there, yeah. Black tin on a tinted ride. She said real, but I can't decide. Now I drift through gold I used to hide. With a vibe too smooth to get coincide. Cause I fit in a private tone. She want more, but I'm long since gone. Now I breathe through beats, I walk alone. In a night too clear to call my own. No reply on a diamond thread. She said feel, but I heard misread. Now I move through light that's barely red. In a zone too sharp to stay in bed. Lost emotion in a velvet sleeve. She went back, but I'm cut too deep. Now I scroll through silence I keep. With a calm too cold to make that leap. Left me there, didn't say no words. She want peace, but I never heard. Now I ride where the sky feels blood. In a dream too clean to get disturbed. Left me there in the world I'll be. Every path got no repeat. Now I float with a silence me. With a style too numb for left me there, didn't say no words. She want peace, but I never heard. Now I ride where the sky feels blood. In a dream too clean to get disturbed. Left me there in the world I'll be. Every path got no repeat. Now I float with a silence me. With a style too numb for heat. Felt some glass in a moonlight whip. She want truth, but I lost that grip. Now I live through nights with zero skip. And a tone too low to trip. Platinum shade in the lounge too wide. She said stay, but I can't confide. Now I fade through rides with no guide. With a soul too still to collide. Late night look in a hotel glow. She want real, but I move too slow. Now I scroll through sounds I used to know, but a beat too far to show. Synthetic calm in a silk lit room. Total done, then I left that soon. Now I float through stars with no tune. In a hush too luxe for doom. Total clear with a coded tone. Now I drift through this all alone. Every call just sets the tone. For a past I don't condone. Left me there, didn't say no word. She want peace, but I never heard. Now I run where the sky feels blurred. And a dream too clean to get disturbed. Left me there in a world off beat. Every path got no repeat. Now I float with a silence me. With a style too numb.
me, I won't react. Now I fade through the final track, and a life she can't get back on.
Caught a stare, but I looked away. Like too loud, I had moves to play. Now I breathe where the cold don't sway. In a life too far to stay. Jet black coat and a velvet blur. She said come, but I won't confer. Now I scroll through nights that stir with a mood too clean for her. No echo in a luxury zone. She want real, but I'm all alone. Now I flow through dreams unknown. In a calm, too cold to own. Private key to a distant place. She said stay, but I left no trace. Now I ride through style and space with a tone too sharp to chase. Gold on skin, but I fade through glass. She want love, but I let that pass. Now I drift with the moments clashing. A beat too slick for crash. Wrong time didn't fit that scene. She want peace, but I'm far too clean. Now I live through in between, in a zone too sharp to me. Wrong time, said it way too late. Every move just changed my fate. Now I roam in silence, stay well lost, but won't debate. Views in the dark and right. She said feel, but I step aside. Now I scroll, a ghost reside with a soul too gone to hide. Midnight text with a call and send. She won't talk, my time's been spent. Now I breathe through cold intent in a world too numb for rent. Diamond rings and a faded flick. She want love, but I don't pick. Now I move through scenes too quick with a voice too calm to stick. Private air with the windows dim. She said stay, but I can't give in now. Ride through what's within with vibe too pure to sin. Told her no in a silver tone. Now I walk through fields unknown. Every sound just stands alone in a dream that won't be shown. Wrong time didn't fit that scene. She want peace, but I'm far too clean. Now I live through in between, and it's all too sharp to me. Wrong time said it way too late. Every move just changed my fate. Now I roam in silence, stay where I lost, but won't debate. She said stay, but I couldn't fit. Now I breathe through every split in a world I won't commit. Gone.
Did it all, now I keep it mute. She said why, but I cut that route. Now I flow where the truth feels brewed. In a zone too clean for dispute. Private view with the curtains low. She want real, but I move too slow. Now I ride through ice and glow. With a voice too still to show. Frosted ring on a silent text. She said come, but I left that flex. Now I scroll through dreams complex. With a calm too far to hex. No light in a digital frame. She want truth, but I play no game. Now I drift through sound and shame. In a room too deep for flame. Jet black tone in a velvet chair. She said talk, but I wasn't there. Now I flow through lux and air. With a life too rare to care. Oh, don't ask, I don't explain. Every move just just hides my pain. Now I roam through golden rain. In a world too sharp, too plain. Don't ask, not my style. She want truth, but I lost that file. Now I drift through every mile with a soul too cold to die. Don't ask, I don't explain. Every move just hides my pain. Now I roam through golden rain. In a world too sharp, too plain. Don't ask, not my style. She want truth, but I lost that file. Now I drift through every mile with a soul too cold to die. Yeah. Velvet coat with the collar high. She said stay, but I walk right by. Now I scroll through a silent sky with a tone too still to cry. Miss the words on the private screen. She won't talk, but I cut that scene. Now I move through the in-between with a calm too cold, too clean. Diamond night with a frozen face. She said wait, but I left no trace. Now I ride through time and space with a mind too fast to chase. Silk my phone with a fading tone. She want real, but I'm always gone. Now I drift through things I've known in a dream too deep to own. Told her stop with a glance, no sound. Now I walk where there's no one around. Every step on icy ground, with a beat too sharp to drown. Don't ask, I don't explain. Every move just hides my pain. Now roam through golden rain. In a world too sharp, too plain. Don't ask, not my style. She want truth, but I lost that file. Now I drift through every mile with a soul too cold to die. Don't ask, I don't explain. Every move just hides my pain. Now roam through golden rain. In a world too sharp, too plain. Don't ask, not my style. She want truth, but I lost that file. Now I drift through every mile with a soul too cold to die. Didn't fall, didn't speak that truth. Said I was, but I left that booth. Now I live with nothing to prove. In a life too slick to soothe.
It declined, didn't blink or flinch. She said wait, but I don't flinch. Now I ride through space inch by inch. Too far gone to feel that pinch. Private jet in the twilight hour. She want love, but I lost that power. Now I drift through neon showers and zone too clean to ever sour. Champagne still in the blacked out ride. She said talk, but I let that slide. Now I move through nights. I used to hide with the pulse too calm to coincide. Fur on skin, but my thoughts on mute. She want truth, but I lost that route. Now I scroll through scenes that won't compute. In a hush too sharp to reboot. Late reply in a custom seat. She said feel, but I hit delete. Now I flow through vibes too obsolete. With a soul too cold to compete. Missed you twice, never meant to fall. She want love, but I missed that call. Now I ride through nothing at all. In a dream too big to feel small. Missed you twice, no second chance. Every look just broke the dance. Now I move with a silent stance. In a world too numb for romance, yeah. She said stay, but I left too soon. Now I drift through perfume bloom with a tone too late to resume. Cold touch in a velvet trap. She want truth, but I snapped that map. Now I breathe where the stars collapse. In a zone too far to overlap. Private pain on a touchscreen night. Told her wait, but I lost that right. Now I scroll through low lit light with a vibe too smooth to ignite. Gold chain tangled in regret. She said it real, but I just forget. Now I ride through thoughts I never met. In a space too dark to reset. Told her clear in a silent tap. Now I'm lost in the luxury gap. Every call just plays a trap. With a beat too slow to map. With a beat too slow to map. Missed you twice, never meant to fall. She want love, but I missed that call. Now I ride through nothing at all. In a dream too big to feel small. Missed you twice, no second chance. Every look just broke the dance. Now I move with a silent stance. In a world too numb for romance. Go. Background home. She said stay, but I play too dumb. Now I live where the signal's numb, and her voice just doesn't come. Gone. Gone. Silent trace. Missed you twice.
close, now it's just me. No more calls, no energy. I move like I move free, in a world too cold to see. Private zone with the curtains drawn. She said stay, but the time been gone. Now I slide through dust till dawn, and a vibe too clean, too strong. Don't look back in the tinted glass. She want truth, but I let that pass. Now I drift through what won't last, with her heart too ice, too fast. Diamond watch on a silent tick. She said talk, but I made no pick. Now I roam with a static thick, with a soul too far to stick. Frosted air in a foreign suite. She want real, but I stay discreet. Now I move where code repeats, and a beat too calm to compete. Just me, didn't fold. She want truth, but I won't be told. Now I ride through streets on hold, and a life too clean, too cold. Just me, no return. Let it burn, I won't unlearn. Now I drift through things I earn, with a tone too sharp to turn. Just me, didn't fold. She want truth, but I won't be told. Now I ride through streets on hold, and a life too clean, too cold. Just me, no return. Let it burn, I won't unlearn. Now I drift through things I earn, with a tone too sharp to turn. Velvet coat in a no-light lounge. She said feel, but I move around. Now I float where there's no sound, in a space too wide to unbound. Midnight scroll with no texting. She want peace, but I pay that rent. Now I roam where the silence been, where the calm too clear to spin. Silk sheets in a closed off loft. She said wait, but I cut that soft. Now I ride through nights aloft, in the zone too deep, too lost. Phone gone cold in a diamond bag. She want more, but I lost that tag. Now I glide through dreams that drag, with a beat too pure to last. Told her leave with a stare, no sound. Now I walk when no one's found. Every step through silver ground, with a vibe too wide to bound. Just me. Just me. Just me. Didn't fall. She want truth, but I won't be told. Now I ride through streets on hold, and a life too clean, too cold. Just me, no return. Let it burn, I won't unlearn. Now I drift through things I earn, with a tone too sharp to turn. Didn't blink, didn't flinch. She said come, but I felt that pinch. Now I move with ice and cinch, in a world too dark to clinch. Gone. Just me.
Skin, but I felt no fire. She said love, but I can't admire. Now I drift within desire, in a zone too sharp to dire. Private light on a balcony view. She want real, but I never knew. Now I scroll through skies too blue, with a calm too cold to do. No return when the silence hits. She said stay, but I lost those bits. Now I breathe through endless splits, in a beat too pure for fits. Velvet glass on a frozen tray. She want more, but I drift away. Now I move when nights decay, with a voice too soft to sway. Jet black walls in a smokeless room. She said soon, but I felt no bloom. Now I ride through silver gloom, in a life too far from bloom. Didn't feel it, stay too numb. Every word just left me dumb. Now I float through peace and hum, in a world too sleep, too dumb. Didn't feel it, didn't wait. Left that scene, changed my fate. Now I roam in frozen state, with a soul too blank to rate. Didn't feel it, stay too numb. Every word just left me dumb. Now I float through peace and hum, in a world too sleep, too dumb. Didn't feel it, didn't wait. Left that scene, changed my fate. Now I roam in frozen state, with a soul too blank to rate. No pulse in the midnight air. She won't touch, but I wasn't there. Now I slide through silent glare, with a tone too smooth, too rare. Candlelight on a silver floor. She said try, but I closed that door. Now I move where I need no more, in a dream too sharp to store. Text gone cold in a blacked out ride. She want answers, I just hide. Now I glide through vibes denied, with a beat too clean to guide. Luxury bag with a voice inside. She said miss, but I let that slide. Now I live where echoes died, in a night too long, too wide. Told her now with a single nod. Now I walk where there's no God. Every sound just feels too flawed, in a space too